clap. Why golf? I was introduced to golf at a young age by my grandfather and just immediately fell in love with it. I think I definitely liked just the individual aspect of it. It was myself, couldn't blame anyone, and kind of the work you put in is what you get out of it. Growing up, I had, I would say, a variety that I looked up to. Tiger's, I would say, one of the most influential guys from my generation to maybe younger. He's someone I definitely watched and looked up to. Freddie Couples was another favorite of mine, but I just enjoyed watching good golf. So I didn't necessarily have like a favorite player. I didn't root for or against, just like to see guys play. Some of the highlights are definitely being on the teams for Ryder Cup, President's Cup. Obviously you have to do something or have had a accumulation of good things to make your way there, but it's hard to pick just one highlight though, because I feel like all my wins have been significant in one way. And with the players, to my first win at Wells Fargo, to this year at Phoenix Open. So luckily there's enough there to not just have to choose one. Success for 2020 for me would be multiple win season, and one of those just happened to be a major. I think there's a lot of things that would fall into place if those things were to happen. I mean, Sunday at Portrush this year for the Open was pretty brutal. To me, I think a lot of the weather can dictate, how hard a golf course can play. I feel like we get a lot of places that are good tests, but I enjoy a good hard golf course in a tough weather day, whether it's the wind blowing. I'd prefer not to have much rain, but sometimes there's no way around that. Part of it is it's stuff that Puma and I've worked on together, and you have fun with it, get to show personality a little bit. And there's times where I wear some, whether it's bright shirt or bright pants, and then there's other times where I just go kind of clean and somewhat muted. That'd be a little bit more how I dress off the golf course, is a little bit more blacks, grays, navies, a little more chill, clean. And so I get that on the golf course a little bit, but sometimes you just gotta have a little fun. But when it comes down to the week of a major, I like to try and keep my preparation similar to what I do at a normal event. That way I'm not wearing myself out any more than, just stick to the routine. But there's a lot of times when it's golf courses that we haven't been to, making a trip early to at least know the golf course and not have to go learn it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the tournament. So yes, there's some different preparing that goes on before the week, but when it does come down to the week of the tournament, I like to try and keep it as similar, kind of routine-wise, as a normal week would be for me. I think a big thing is working on contact, getting better with consistent contact. One, if you're swinging decent, bad contact, it kind of goes wherever, but if you're swinging bad and bad contact, then it's even further. So I think working on contact, that's one thing for me that I try, and if I am a little off, I'll try and just focus, all right, let's try and get it out of the middle of the face. Another, I think people try and swing too hard and trying to hit it further, at least for recreational golf and getting the ball in play. 70% a lot of times is going to get close to where your hardest swing is going to, just because of how your body syncs up, and you're going to hit the ball more solid more often. Third one, scratch the first two, tee it high, let it fly. Not sure, I feel like you got to learn a little bit along the way. Yeah, and everyone's different. Just because if there's something that works for me, say if it's to a younger guy coming out on tour, I can give him all the advice I can give, but there's a lot of stuff I feel like it's very personal, and either how you manage time or what you can handle. So some of it is kind of try everything and figure out what you can handle and what you can't, and then adjust accordingly. There's no other sport you can really, I guess, maybe well-known or big sport or something that can be played for a living or business, leisure, anything that you can play from when you're 2 until you're, there's people playing golf into their late 90s. So yeah, you can do everything around golf and for just about as long as you want to.